Hello dear all beautiful learners, welcome all to you all for here joining another biology class, and hope so that you are getting well as the previous time and connecting in the study. So today on chapter 5 we will do another topics, that is uses of chemical and food preservation. Uses of chemical in food preservation. Hope so that you are getting used to about many of the chemicals like formalin, calcium carbide, ethylene. These type of chemicals you have getting understand and heard the name maybe in before. So what types of chemical actually going on through and needed to be understood, that is the matter. Okay, so the chemicals, uses of chemicals for food preservation. If we think about that, some chemicals like formalin, like ethylene, like calcium carbide, and not only for this one, many of the insecticides also having that one. Insecticides. These are the chemicals. Many of them also and different also have name by the chemicals for food preservation, and using these types of chemical, okay, for harmful effect. These are the harmful effect, and also have risks for the body or health. You can write this one. This type of chemicals, when we mixed with the food for getting the preservation, you can think about one important thing, that is when any unripened fruits, it is needed to be ripened, and when fish or when different kinds of vegetable need to be conserved and preserved for long time, that times this type of chemicals can be can be used there. Why it is needed? Because of some commercial purpose of some unwise person, but actually it is very harmful effect for our body. It is there are many of the risks in our body, but we don't know about that. We see the very fresh fruit in the shop, but we don't know is it pure or just chemical mixed. So that is great. Nowadays it is, we have seen a great alarming in our country, in our Bangladesh, and we have seen that the most of the foods are not actually getting pure. We cannot see it with our bare eyes, and in the shop we have seen that everything look like fresh, but it is not actually getting fresh. So what actually the effects of that one, effects on getting that the chemicals effects, okay, prohibit growth, then weaken body structure, less firmness, even though cancer-like disease can also have getting implied here. And not only for getting that part, we can also see here for irregular cell division. I write in very short form. Uses of chemicals in food preservation. Though these type of chemicals are used greatly for having the food preservation, it has the harmful effect and risky for the body health. And what are the general effect we have seen from that specific parts? That is actually prohibit growth. You have seen that the growth is directly restricted and obstacles weaken body structure. That means the skeleton is not formed properly, so weaken the body structure. We have seen less firmness. We have seen that they're structurally for not doing work properly for having the firmness structure. Even though you cannot see, you can see the cancer like disease. Many of the disease can be affected by there, but cancer like disease can also having the food. We know the many of the reason of having the cancer, but one of the greatest reason nowadays a healthy person can affected by cancer disease because of taking this chemical mixed foods having there. So very dangerous thing for that one, for having the foods item which are mixed with the chemicals. Irregular cell division. If it is the irregular cell division, there are lots of problem can be occurred in our body. So these are the effects of uses of chemicals, or when we take the chemical mixed food, so that this type of effects and risks can be happen on there. Now we will try to understand a chart and where it is actually sources, and we will get that remedies on back. So now we will go to there, look at them. Yes, many of you already joining, I have seen. Very good to see. Nabila, Nurenija, Abdas Shehzad, Mahbub Badol, Rokia Sultana, Sultana Rajia, Aftab, Tanvir, Benita. Okay, almost we have seen there. These are the very common and problematic effects can having for the human beings if it is going on through. So uses of chemicals in food preservation, though the people use this one, but it has a great risk for our body. Now we'll go to the chart. Look at here. Yes, a chart is given in your book accordingly. So we will draw that one. First one. Yes, the figure according to the book we will try to draw, but understanding will be easy. Okay, we will try to understand in easiest way. Three bringing chart, almost doing there. This one. First one, first figure. It is poisonous chemical substance or harmful chemical substance. You can write the poisonous chemicals. Chemicals, we can write first one. Probable sources, probable source, and remedy. Yes, of course, this is the important thing for knowing about that. Antibiotics. Antibiotics. Okay. Used in the fish and cattle food. Used in fish and cattle food. And not only that, you can see there. Store in the animal body, stores in animal body. So the only suggested by doctors. Yes, my dear student, you can see there some antibiotics when we are getting ill or any kinds of abnormalities or any kinds of things when we have seen there that the antibiotics we have taken, but this is also used in the fish and cattle food. Different kinds of fish for having the preservation, and we get from the fish, different kinds of fish and cattle food, the antibiotics it also stores in the body, and these antibiotics is actually suggested by doctor it is needed. Suppose you are getting ill and oh my body temperature is going rise and rise, so amoxicillin, moxicillin, like that blah blah blah, I will take that one. No, skip up that one suggested by doctors, because antibiotics is not good for the health. Only for risky situation it is needed to be taken, and it is used in the fish and cattle food also. If we take that one, that is also we get from that sources and stored in the animal body. Very important this one, that all like other medicine, it cannot just be what I say digested or like that for mix up with the body other chemicals, actually stores in our body. That is not good for good sign. So this poisonous substance, if it is the antibiotic, is also termed as the poisonous substance. It is needed to take by suggesting doctors. Then heavy metals. Okay, heavy metals, there are lots of heavy metals we have seen. Heavy metals is also be it is inedible component used in the fish and cattle food also. Same as like a similar things. And avoid using, suggested that avoid using in where? Avoid using waste product of tannery, waste product of tannery, then coal soil, faces of animals, etc. Needed to be understood. Some heavy metals can have the mercury, the zinc, zirconium, uranium, many of the heavy metals can have there. So it is also the probable source we get from the different kinds of foods, cattle food stored in the animal body, but avoid using where that is inedible components like waste product of tannery, coal, soil, faces of animals, etc. So this is the importantly to know what should do about the probable sources of poisonous chemicals. And number third was the commercial colors. Commercial colors. Commercial colors. Commercial colors. Yes, this is the probable source. Ice cream. Commercial colors we can see. Ice cream. Then we can say artificial juice. Artificial juice. Then we can see cold drinks, chops, cold drinks, very this one. This is also as like as similar way, commercial colors like that. So my dear student, what we have seen there, actually that is very importantly we have seen that the commercial colors. Nowadays we have seen the ice cream, cold drinks, chop, meat, many of the ways, the colorful, chocolate. Okay, so commercial colors, when it is used, it is not good for our health. Okay, so we need to avoid using for waste product, coal, soil, fats, faces of animals like that. This is not actually suggested for taking the commercial colors using foods for our body or health. So this is another important things to remember. Okay, my dear students, I hope so you understand what we actually tried to be noted. Okay, then number 4, formalin. I will do for 4 and later on other will be for understanding of you for doing the SW. Okay, dead bodies, mainly used in dead bodies. Dead bodies for not rotten actually. Then it is preservation of food. We can see now fruits, fishes, we can get it, milk. Avoid, this is suggested to avoid. Okay, so the formalin, we have tried to understood here that the formalin is the very common name, very common factors, very common thing. We can get it now, that mainly used in the dead bodies, you know, in the morgue, in any dead bodies, for need to have to check by the family members or any other doctors for working. That times it is needed to have the formalin for long time uses. Preserve. Nowadays what we see, fruits, for fruits, fruits, very fresh looking fruits but with formalin. Okay, fishes, long time, the hilcha fish, you bring it here, but it is hilcha fish, within 3 days it can be rotten, but we have seen that many of the days it is not having rotten because of using milk. Also have for getting fresh milk, we have seen because of using the formalin. Avoid using this one. So my dear students, what we have written about the poisonous chemicals, probable sources and remedies, antibiotics, where it is actually found and how we can remedy from there, heavy metals, probable sources where what inedible waste product to be not using there, commercial cars where it is source and getting from there and what we get from there, formalin where we actually get from the probable sources, and avoid to what things. That is the 4 important chemicals I have written, and in this way to complete the chart, it is given in your book other 3 sources. Find out the other 3 sources and make it sure and submit me in the comment box. Very last class I gave you a SW task to calculate, do the sum with you, your family members, 2 of your family members, and find out the BMI. But very few students submit there. Other all only give me the value that this is my BMI, this is my like that. No, I told you to do the math and submit this one. Hope so next time you will remember this one for doing the SW. So later on, follow the chart from the book and complete the other 3 poisonous chemicals. In this way, find out the probable sources and what is the remedies. That's all about today, my dear students. Hope you will be getting fine and submit your SW. Stay safe, stay sound. Allah Hafiz.